All right, today we're going to talk about how you can grow your own unbelievably fresh, delicious strawberries right in your own backyard. And honestly, the best part? It's way easier than you think, using a method that's super sustainable and hardly uses any water. Perfect if you're just starting out.
So let's just start with this question, because it really gets to the heart of what makes this so cool. Just imagine picking juicy red strawberries from your own plants without having to remember to water them every single day. Sounds kind of like a dream, right? Well, it's totally possible.
What this is really all about is making gardening simple for everyone. This whole method is designed to get rid of the biggest headaches, like figuring out how much to water and when. It takes away all the guesswork so you can just get to the fun part. So where do we start? Well, like with most things, it all begins with a good foundation. Getting the soil and the planting right from the get-go is absolutely crucial. But don't worry, it's also incredibly easy. Okay, the planting itself could not be simpler. First, you just fill your container up with some good soil. Then, you literally just sprinkle the strawberry seeds right on top. You don't need to bury them or anything, just a light little dusting of soil over them, and you're good to go. Let's talk about that soil for a second, because it's super important. You want to use a compost soil that's packed with nutrients. That's basically the food your plants are going to eat. And you also need to make sure it's light and drains well. That way the roots don't get soggy and they have plenty of room to breathe and spread out. Okay, so the seeds are in the soil. Now we get to the really clever part of this whole setup. This is the secret sauce that makes this garden so low maintenance. It's the self-watering system. Now, self-watering system sounds super technical, I know, but it's not. All it is a little tank of water underneath your pot. The soil acts kind of like a sponge, just wicking up moisture as it needs it, delivering water directly to the roots. This is actually way healthier for the plant, no more over or underwatering. It's pretty much a set it and forget it deal for perfect hydration. So with the soil prepped and the watering system all set up, our job is basically done. Yup. Now we get to kick back and watch the real magic happen, as these little seeds just come to life. And you know what's wild? It happens pretty fast. In just about 2 weeks, you'll start to see these tiny little sprouts popping up. By the 1-month mark, you'll have a nice patch of green leaves. And then around week 10, that's when you get the big payoff. You'll start seeing those beautiful red strawberries taking shape. And really, at this point, the only other thing you need to give them is a bit of sunshine. That's it. The watering system takes care of the water, the compost is handling the food. All you need is the sun to give them the energy to make those sweet, perfect fruits. And that brings us to the moment every gardener lives for. After watching these plants grow, you finally get to enjoy the literal fruits of your pretty minimal labor in this case. This is the reward. I mean, this quote from the source material just nails it, doesn't it? This isn't about spending hours in the garden. It's a simple, straightforward method that takes very little effort but gives you something amazing in return. Fresh strawberries picked right from your own home. Once you see how simple and effective a method like this is, it really opens up a world of possibilities. It makes you realize how much you can grow with just a little bit of know-how and the right setup. So, I guess the only question left is, what are you going to grow next?